Hey everyone, it's Patty, and I wanted to show you how to make this card. It's as lovely as can be. It has a little bit of shimmer on it from the Wink of Stella, and I use the lovely inside out for the sentiment as can be, and that bundles with this lovely words. So these are the framelits. This one says hugs. I actually cut it out because it's hard to tell what it says. This one says lovely, and that's in a heart. And then this one says friend, and I know this one says friend. When you turn them over, it's hard to see what they say. So this coordinates with the circle, layering circles, the layering ovals, and this with the sweet and sassy. So this is the sweet and sassy, and what I did was I cut out the this size heart to actually cut the whole thing out, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. This is kind of a straight look, and then these are more curvy. So these curvy ones won't work with this. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is my die cutting. So let me get my my big shot, and I'm going to make this in Emerald Envy. This one is in Sweet Sugar Plum, and these are the in colors from last year, the 2016-2018. So they last for 2 years, the in colors. So I figured I've been working so much in the newer in colors, I figured I'd give it a shot with the older ones. And let's see, is that going to work? I think it will. So I could cut these out together and have the whole heart cut out, but I just want to show you how this will work. I'm going to do it in 2 steps just to show you another option. So let me run this through, and I found that I really need to, sorry about that, run this through a few times. It seemed like it was not super intricate, but I ran it through 4 times, I think, and it really cut it out nice. So I'm just going over that part. Okay. And now I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this just cuts out the frame, kind of, or I shouldn't say the frame, the word itself, but it's attached to the cardstock, so it doesn't fully cut it out. Looks like that E did not cut. Let me just run it again. If you ever have this trouble, just run it through again, and you can get it right in the right spot if you feel it go in the grooves. So that is kind of locked in. So let me just run it through again. Not sure, it might be because my plates are warped. I'm going to just run it back and forth one more time. I think I need some new plates here. I guess I could have used a precision plate. So let's try that again. Okay, that's better. Let me just poke some of these out. It's very delicate. Okay, so see how it doesn't cut it out completely. So you could use this on a card just like this without cutting out the whole heart. So that's one option. I wanted to cut out the whole heart. So I'm going to go back and cut out this around it. Now this gives me a very, very skinny heart. You could use the bigger and get a thicker heart if you wanted to. So whichever you like, it will work out. I kind of like that very thin one, so that's what I'm going for. So let me just get this lined up, and if you have the magnetic platform, this would be a good time to use it, or you could use post-it notes, but I'm just going to be very careful, lay my plate, whoops, I moved it, say that again, be very careful, and That looks good. Lay my plate down right on top and run it through. And run it through. Why isn't it running through? I think my plates are just very warped. Let me do it on this side. I'm sorry about this, guys. I'm hoping that you can see all of this. I think I need new plates. So I'm better on this side anyway. I can see it better. Okay, let's try this again. And that looks good. So I'm going to just push this down and run it through. And I only have to run this through once. And it should pop right out. Let's see if I was successful here. Okay, looking good. So let's put this aside. We're done with that. And then what I have is a card base. That's the Emerald Envy, and that's a half a piece of cardstock. So it's 5.5 and then scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of Whisper White, and that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to kind of lay this down. I did put it on an angle, and I use the stamps As Can Be. So I have Lovely As Can Be. So this stamp set coordinates with the Lovely Words dies, but it also has the words as a stamp. So if you didn't want to use the dies or get the dies, you could do the Lovely Hugs and Friends. So it has like Lovely As Can Be, sending you hugs and kisses for a great friend, thanks friend, Lovely Inside Out, and some of these other I don't know, kind of odd images, but they work. I used this the other day and I liked it. So I'm going to use the As Can Be. So I'm going to just kind of place this where I think I want it. I'm going to stamp it in Emerald Envy. And let's just try it on paper first. That looks good. And I'm going to try to center it right here. That looks good. And then I used also this Eastern Beauty from the Eastern Palace Suite. I used this image. It kind of looks like a flower or a medallion type thing. And I also use these 3 dots on either side of the words. So let me do the dots first. And we can move this away. And I'm just going to eyeball it. And then do it on the other side as well. Okay. And I'm going to just use the same block and get my medallion going. So I did 3 of these. I did one right in the middle, and then one on either side. I like to start in the middle to just kind of get a feel for where I want to put it. And I'm sure you can be more accurate than I am with where you place everything, but I just like to wing it sometimes. Again, it's handmade stuff, so it doesn't have to be exactly perfect. So let's put this aside. I use the fine tip glue pen and my tweezers to put the word on here, or the heart with the sentiment, and just very carefully. I do like to start on the letters or the widest part of whatever it is I'm gluing down, just in case it comes out with a little more than I want. So I'm just going to go around everything, just kind of like you're writing in script here, and then around the heart. And don't squeeze too much on this bottle. I mean, you just really want a very fine amount here without getting it, you know, squirting out the sides. So that looks pretty good. If I hold it on the side, I can see how much I put on. Okay, so we are going to put this kind of on an angle and put a block down just to kind of hold it in place. And let me put the top on here so it doesn't dry out. It's nice that it has that pin. It keeps it from drying out. I also, on this, I put these, oh, they're falling apart. These enamel shapes. So these are in the In Color from 2016-2018. So this is the Sweet Sugar Plum, and there's the Flirty Flamingo, the Emerald Envy, which we'll use, Peekaboo Peach, Dapper Denim, and the Sweet Sugar Plum. So it's nice. You can get like the pack of In Color paper along with some of the embellishments. So this year's In Colors, I've been using them a lot, so I figured I would try something different. So I'm going to just put an enamel dot, and they have glue on the back. So you just have to place them and push them down. So we'll do 3 of these, and then I put Wink of Stella on the heart and the lovely and the dots. You just have to be careful with the Wink of Stella, putting it on something that has ink on it, because it could kind of bleed a little bit. So that looks good. Now before I put the Wink of Stella on, I'm just going to put it down on my card base with some snail. So let's get that going. And I do like this Emerald Envy color. It's kind of reminds me of St. Patrick's Day, actually. And I think it's pretty, kind of rich color. Okay, so then the Wink of Stella, this is clear, so you can use it on any color. And you just brush it on. Just be careful again on the anything with the ink, because it could make it run a little bit. And it's hard to see on camera or on film, on whatever you call it, for you guys, but there is some shine to it. So I'm just going to put it on the letters. I'm hoping you can see this. And just kind of go along, kind of like how I put the glue on it. And it just gives it a little shimmer. It dries quick. It's pretty cool. There's also, so this is clear. They also have it in gold as well. So it just adds a little bit of something to your project. So let me just go all the way around. And if it comes out too much, you can just wipe it on paper, or if it got color on it, you know, sometimes you want to use it as kind of a blending pen. It gives you the shimmer. You can dip it in ink, and it will pick up that color. So it's a neat thing to do if you wanted that look. So here it is. I'm hoping you can see some of the shine. I think that looks nice. I like it in both colors. So what do you think? Let me know. Leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.